So those same muscles that we've talked about stretching for the lower back and the legs can also really be benefited by using a foam roller. So I'm gonna run through all the different muscle groups that you can hit with the foam roller to give you an idea of what that looks like. Usually about 10 repetitions on each muscle. Muscle is gonna be more than enough to do per day, and then stretching afterwards is gonna be really important. And it's always good to do this after your muscles have been warmed up. Typically putting pressure on a nice, cold, stiff muscle isn't gonna feel so great. So try to get up, warm up the muscles first and then go from there. So of course, one of the first muscles that we talked about stretching were the hamstrings. So you can either do one leg at a time, where you're rolling back and forth on the hamstring. Sometimes people like to cut and do both at the same time. Or if you feel like there's not quite enough pressure, what you can do is overlap one on top of the other, and that gives a little more weight on it to help alleviate and put a little deeper pressure. From that same position, you can roll it down a little further. Same concept, wrapping one leg on top. You can do them both at the same time, or just individually, one at a time as well. The important with any of these is that you're not pushing through too much discomfort or pain. So make sure you're using your arms adequately enough, or use your other opposite leg to lift you so you're not putting too much pressure if it is too much. You can also work through the shins by rolling over and working through that area as well. So that works really well. The muscles on the inside of the thigh, which are called your adductors, that's going to be best used by laying on it and working up and down through the inner thigh. You can also then roll over onto your quads, working up and down this way. And then a really popular one that most people know about is working through the IT band. This one is usually the most sensitive, so you really want to make sure that you have your foot in place, arms in place, or down on your elbow to help give you some relief. You don't ever want to cross over the knee, and you also don't want to cross over the hip bone. So usually those are going to be your guides to work up and down to help give you some relief. So I hope that helps, and give us a call if you need any help.